Let's adjust our levels. Let's see how we're doing here. I don't even have a pair of headphones. That's how off the cuff this is. I never do a Sunday morning recording, and it's probably going to get interrupted because his lordship is right behind the wall there. And when he hears me talking on the podcast, boy, he's like, "Oh, no, not right now, Daddy." So we'll see how it goes. I heard something in the store the other day. And it was a mother and her kids, and the children wanted something, and they handed. Oh no, we can't do that. We can't afford that. And one of the kids goes, "Is that because we're poor?" Now, I mean, out of the mouths of babes, right? But here's where my fucking sermon comes in. We have to stop teaching our children the wrong definitions, okay, of poor. Yes, there's poverty in the United States, and I see it every day. And rural poverty that is pretty bad. But we're not carrying water 4 fucking miles, are we? You know, mom doesn't have to get 3 buckets, put one on her head, 2 on the end of a broomstick, and fucking walk 8 miles round trip to get some usable water. I mean, we turn the faucet on and the water runs. Go out to the well. We have access to medicine fairly easily. We have, food, refrigeration, plumbing. You get the fucking picture. We need to stop telling our children of what poor is. I mean, we could show them what poor is. I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm one of the richest 10% of the people on the fucking planet. I mean, that number's probably skewed. I'll have to fact check that. But I'm one of the richest people on the planet. I'm going to start walking around like a wealthy man. And I have GameStop shares. So I'm already fucking rich. It just hasn't, unrealized gains. I have GameStop shares. I'm already fucking rich. It just haven't gotten the money yet. But I'm going to walk around. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start walking around like I'm rich. I'm going to put like some coupons and some dollar bills in a billfold and flash it and flip through it like this. And I'm just going to, they're going to think I'm nuts. Because Oliver's Papa's finally fucking lost it. He's finally lost it. He's talking about how rich he is. Dude's out there working on his car trying to get it going. Doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Look at them. They act like they're rich. I'm going to start doing that. Because I think there's something to be said for embracing. I'm not saying don't strive. I'm not saying don't take thought for tomorrow and invest and work hard and all that. What I'm saying is, don't talk about how fucking poor you are. Don't talk about hard times. Move to the fucking Congo and work in a cobalt mine. That's hell on earth. Have you guys seen the video? They were 3 miles from, the largest one that's there. And you can hear the fucking chipping and like the grunts of thousands of people. And then the chipping and the pickaxes and the huffing and the puffing. And I mean, that to me is unfucking real. It really is. I mean, that is just crazy. I don't really know what to make of it. It's that fucking nuts to me. It's that crazy. China owns, 60-70% of the cobalt mines in Africa. I mean, it's like, well, with the lithium mines are pretty bad too, but the cobalt mine that's hell on earth. It has to be. But the lithium mines, I mean, that's enough to make some people put their phones down or buy like an earlier version of a phone. There's some guys in Norway, in the alternative community that I love and talk about so much, called Svartlamen, that there's some young people there who've taken their smartphones and gotten rid of them. And I'm talking 3-4 years ago. I said, fuck this, and went with the old Nokias. Now, I don't know, you could probably someone's going to probably educate me on why those are worse or something. I don't know, but to them, it's you know, I don't know if it's being part of the solution or not. I don't know what could alleviate the people suffering over there in that area. We have to work. The children have to work in those fucking mines, and you got these guys, these assholes with the machine guns standing nearby, and they're being funded by the Chinese. The Chinese are making all that money. China's the wolf at the door, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. That's not what this is about. This is about being rich. Well, I'm already fucking rich. Oliver's papa is already rich. He's already wealthy. He just hasn't seen the money yet. GameStop, you know? Man, that's like the last, that's like my Hail Mary. You know, and if it doesn't kick off before I do, then Oliver's going to have possession of some shares. I'm not a big holder. I don't have a whole lot. I was one of those idiots that was heavier into AMC in the beginning, and well, that's another story. You know, we talk about Adam Aaron later. What a piece of shit that guy is, huh? Wonder what he does with his Sundays. I think there's a story there with Adam Aaron. Has anybody ever heard about the author Philip Roth? Philip Roth, Jewish writer. He's written some great books. One of them being American Pastoral. I think that's probably his most famous one, or Portney's Complaint, which is. But he's talking about the Jewish people and their love of business, or the pride that they put in their education and doing business, to stamp something with their name on it. Like, just, you know, when you hear about people being passionate about what they do and their products, they go into this thing about the glove factory, and the guy knew everything about gloves. He could talk to you about gloves for hours, the stitching on a glove, the material, why using this part of the hide is no good, and just like fascinating. So you'd be sitting there going like, you know, listening to somebody talk about gloves. Adam Aaron is of that age where he, you know, and I mean, I'm not attacking his religion, so don't fucking start that shit. He's of that age where he would have been raised. I don't know if he's Orthodox. I don't know all of that, but that would have been a source of pride. You know, I'm going to Harvard Business School. That would have been something that they, in his family, they would have been very proud of him. It would have been a big deal, right? What does he do? He goes on to fuck people out of their money. Now, I grew up with a couple of Jewish guys from Skokie. If you're from the Midwest and you're Jewish, you know where fucking Skokie is. I remember going to dinner. This old Jewish guy, and he was like obviously the patriarch, right? And he, who's this? And I sit down, and his son, my friend's father. Oh, this is, you know, so it's Oliver's papa, young Oliver's papa. Are you Jew? You know, are you Jew? And I said, no, sir, no, I'm not, you know. And Howard's father goes, but he is a friend of the Jews. I always remembered that. I always thought it was so cool. Like, when I walked out there, I was like, that's right. But so I had some insight, like pride. They took pride in business and education. It meant everything. It meant everything to them. And to do it where nobody could come back and say you're a fucking scoundrel. You know, you took money that didn't belong to you. That was like the worst thing. They had to be able to stand up straight and say, you know, I earned this. I built this on my own. It was a part of their culture, more so probably now than it is today. I don't know. But I wonder with Adam Aaron what the fucking story is. This fucking hat. You know, I wonder what the story is with him. Again, I'm not attacking his religion or anything like that, so don't fucking go there. But then we start talking about, you know, I'm poor, we're poor. Man, you better fucking reevaluate. You know, meanwhile, the preachers, I'm going to start doing a sermon on Sundays. These preachers down the block right now, they're talking about rainbow flags and how unfair it is that Budweiser starts some gay fucking campaign. So what? You want to talk about hell? Don't talk about that hell. Talk about the hell that's